did the tackling that you had to do in the first half take out of you, and did last week's game against England play a part in today's game?
Good question. Yeah, again, I just think Australia's performance today is, was nothing short of outstanding. I didn't think we just couldn't get ourselves, into the contest, and I just thought the pressure that they mounted, we're hanging on there, but some of their last tackle finishes, they came up with points, particularly in that first half. So, I thought their performance was pretty faultless, to be fair. But so they gave us a real lesson today.
How's Roger, and was there any element of gambling in playing today?
No, not at all. Again, there's a sense, or we think there's probably a hairline fracture there. We've done all the relevant tests, got him X-rayed and scanned and whatever at the front end of the week, and there was nothing wrong with him there. But he in his first carry, he heard a crack. Which is pretty unfortunate. It does throw your lineup out when you've got to replace a winger.
How much did that have an effect? Because a lot of their attacks were on your right, their left foot, and then made quite a lot of inroads down that.
Well, again, I think they would have been certainly looking to target that edge. I think England had a bit of success there last week. When you replace a winger in any contest, it's hard because you don't have a winger sitting on the bench. You've got to shuffle lads around and put a makeshift centre out in the centres, and your centre goes on the wing. So straight away it throws that edge out a bit.
Simon, why weren't you able to get into the game? Do you think as a player out there, what was
they played very well. We probably went away from our strength, which is go through the middle support. We sort of seen a lot of one-out runners, and they were slowing us down pretty good. When they had the ball, they were troubling our defence, and they were far too loose through the middle and sort of burned us out for when we had to put the ball back. And a few times we were playing the ball on the sideline on the last tackle, trying to get kick away, and then you get a poor kick away, and it's just more pressure on us. So they definitely played a good game. That first half, they really built them for the second half.
Have you played against Australia when they've played that well, ever?
Oh, they always play well. They played even a bad game against them. We just, I think we completed a lot of ball in the first half, but we weren't quite smart enough with it. I think they didn't make any errors and had a lot of the running, so it makes it hard, but you still got to back yourself to go with them, and we couldn't quite do that.
Simon, I think they've gone 404 minutes without conceding a try. Have you played against a better defensive side than that at any level, or are they up there, or what?
They defended very well. We probably didn't threaten them a hell of a lot throughout the game. We didn't really get into too good a field position too many times. But that's credit on their defence on us coming out of yardage also. So like I said, they played very well.
Simon, is there the occasion when he gets to the side?
I'm not too sure. Probably a pretty average start from us, but we hung in there. I think it was 2-2 for a while, 8-2. That's the score. Along with half time, we're still very much in the game. And I'm not too sure, but I know the guys are up for it, excited, and it might be a good lesson.
Was that try just after half time? Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty disappointing, and probably summed up the rest of the game for us.
Steve, is there a sense that you could have done any more from that game?
Well, again, in terms of the tournament itself, I don't think there is. When you turn up today and the Australian side play the way they do, we had to bring our best game today, and I know we didn't do that. Australia certainly didn't allow us to play like that, and the way they played took a lot of that out of us. you know, as Simon said, you know, we didn't threaten them at all, you know, with the footy in the first half. You know, which we needed to, and you know, so from that perspective, if we weren't going to bring our best game today against Australia, then you know it was always going to be tough, and you know that's as good as I've seen them play.
What was the difference between today and 5 years ago? Because obviously 5 years ago you played exceptionally well and beat them, and you know they didn't play that badly that day, but you know you seem to have regressed since then, really, to judge just by the results, and they seem to have moved forward.
So the question was how.
What was the difference between now and 5 years ago? Were you better
30
prepared
points
5 years
today,
ago?
I reckon. Well, you know, it's hard. You know, it's hard to sort of make comparisons. You know, for us, I look at the side, and for me, the positive to come out of today, there's a lot of negative, but the positive to come out of it, we've got some pretty young kids in that side, and for them to sit there and feel the hurt and listen to the celebrations of Australia next door in the dressing room, that's for me they got to feel that and understand, next time we find ourselves in that position that Australia's performance is what it's going to take to lift that trophy again. So, for us, that's what it's about. Again, in terms of comparison from 2008 to now, I don't think, I haven't done that all tournament, so just because of today's result, I'm not going to make comparisons back to then. They were just, they were too good today, simple as that.
Stephen, their kicking game was, how significant was that, or how much of it?
Oh, all the tries in the first half come off the back of kicks, and I think a couple of tries in the second half, were the same. So, that's a significant, part of, why we didn't win the contest. When they're kicking the footy and having easy. I thought Billy's try, we just didn't read it well, the first try. Some of the other ones were maybe a little lucky, but you earn your luck. So they're big plays.
Do you think it was part of their game plan to kick to the middle, because both Boyd, Hayne and Thurston's kicks, so all to the middle, weren't they?
Well, looking at it, looked pretty obvious. So.
Simon, do you have anything to say to the whānau at home?
Yeah, I guess it's just as disappointing for them as us. I'm sure a lot of people back home got up to watch the game and had high expectations like we did. So it's probably just as hard on them as it is on us. And disappointed really.
Stephen, so many expectations of Sunnyville. You feel that you had a difficult afternoon out there today?
Yeah, I don't think you could fault his effort today. He was trying, and Skipper alongside me there too. I don't think you're gonna sort of pick guys out of our group in their contribution in terms of effort. Both of them tried their hearts out all day. To be fair, some of the stuff didn't come off, but that Sunday he wants to try and make an impact on the game, and he was doing that right to the end.
Stephen, you were saying that Roger heard a crack. What state is he in now? Is it definitely broken, or?
Well, I can tell you that for sure, but he knew straight away. Whereas last week it wasn't quite the same. And during the week he's been running, during the week, so. I will take him for some scans, probably tomorrow, but it doesn't look good for him.
Can you saw a player on each side smash into the advertising hoarding at the end? Were you worried about how dangerous it was out there for some of the guys?
It was a concern, and I actually thought at training yesterday that they probably should have had some pads down towards the back, but I couldn't say it was high on my priority list to put some pads at the end of the end goal.
It is the biggest crowd for an international, though, and obviously a terrific stadium. But is the playing area big enough behind at either end for a game of this stamp?
I think it's fine. Challenges the kickers to put it in the right spot. And, there's obviously a little bit of danger with sliding off the back there, but I'm sure if you ask the players, they'd much rather play out there. That's for sure.
Manu's alright?
Manu's good.
Stephen, what have you told the players since the loss? Have you gotten together and reflected, or?
Yeah, I think in the circumstances, it's a bit hard to talk footy, with them now. They're very, very disappointed. For me, it was about soaking in. As hurtful as the experience is, it's about taking that experience and saying, okay, if you want to be in a black and white jersey in 4 years' time back here, what Australia put up today, that's what it's going to take in another 4 years' time. So if you want to be part of this group, you know what to do to try and get back here. So again, with the effort from the guys over the last 6 weeks, the contribution that all of them have made, and the staff, it's a tough old game when you get no reward for it. But that's why we're in the business.
Stephen, a lot of New Zealand teams, when they come over here on tours, don't perform so well, and it's not necessarily always a happy camp. How's this one been? And
not always what, sorry?
It's not always, not always a happy camp, and they don't particularly haven't performed that well in the past. How's this camp been? How have you found it?
Yeah, no, I think it's probably been our best camp, well, certainly that I've been involved with, whilst we've come over here. And in saying that, it's probably been more challenging than the ones in the past, because we've come over and it's only been a 4-week campaign, whereas this one's 6-7 weeks, and there's been a real challenge trying to keep them out of mischief and entertained. So, but no, they've enjoyed each other's company. We always enjoy each other's company, and to see them hurt in the way they are, I know it means a lot to them. Being part of this group.
Can you tell us how much they're hurting some of the guys in the dressing room? What their reactions been? Simon, yeah.
Face.
No, this guy. I mean,
obviously there's a few tears in there, and there's well, you just look at their body language. You guys there that are they just again, all the effort and energy that you put into something for 6 weeks and you get no reward for it. It's a very empty feeling.
Although obviously today's been a very disappointing result, when you look back on those 6 weeks, the grounds you've played at, the crowds, the games you've been involved in, a good tournament for the game, this one?
I like your type of work there. No, I reckon it's been wonderful. I really do. I think it's been a real credit to the English game and the way they've organised it, and the type of football that's been played. The crowds that have turned up. Every game that we've had, it's pretty much full, and we've been well received. Both teams, whoever we've played against, have been well received. And so I couldn't fault it, to be fair.
Steve, in your preparation for this, you were very disciplined with the preparation, and you seem to have a lot of sports science behind it. Has the bar been raised, do you think, from what Australia showed out there? I mean,
again, it's hard to do that today. We'll have a good review of the whole process, and what it's going to take to get the trophy back, and so if that's part of it, I'm sure that'll be brought up.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.